Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Manchester man confesses to murdering woman charged. A construction worker who confessed to murdering 45-year-old Paula Saunders, whose body was found in Greenville, Manchester with hands and feet bound, has been charged. He is Robin Zassoff Morris, 63, from Greenville. The woman was a resident of the community. Saunders' body was found on July 12 and Morris held 3 days later. He reportedly confessed and was formally interviewed in the presence of his attorney on Friday, the police stated. His court date is being formalized. Detectives who processed the crime scene reveal that the body was found covered with logs. 31-year-old Kingston man nabbed with homemade gun. A 31-year-old man from Kingston is facing gun-related charges after his reported suspicious behavior led to the alleged discovery of a homemade weapon on Thursday. Augustus English, otherwise called Ogaro, of Ashcore Road, Kingston 11, has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Reports are that about 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, a police team was patrolling on Spanish Town Road in Kingston when English was seen acting in a manner that aroused their suspicion, a police statement says. He was accosted, searched, and the homemade firearm with one 9mm round of ammunition taken from him. English's premises was also searched, and one additional 9mm round was found. He was detained and later charged. A court date is being finalized. Cop in 100K bribery murder saga, willing to return to Jamaica, claims innocence. The third policeman being sought in the murder of 49-year-old Tyler in Red Hills Road, St. Andrew, over an alleged bribery deal gone bad, wants to return to Jamaica to assist the investigations. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF reported this week that 2 cops were in custody and a third fled Jamaica. Queen's Counsel Peter Champagne confirmed Friday that he is representing the policeman who is stationed at the Constant Stream Police in St. Andrew. Peter said he has written the relevant investigative bodies informing them that he has been detained to represent the policeman. The cop is willing to return to Jamaica to assist with the investigation, the lawyer said. Peter said the policeman says he's not involved in any murder and did not leave the island because of the incident. The other 2 cops were arrested on Sunday on suspicion of murder following the fatal shooting of Philip Wallace on July 16. The cops allegedly requested $100,000 from Wallace following a raid a few days earlier in return for a case against him to be dropped. A sum was allegedly provided, but the cops demanded more. A report was made to the Constant Spring Police Station and a corruption probe opened against the cops. About 10:41 a.m., Saturday, Wallace was reportedly standing in his Green Glide community when a white Toyota Axio motor car drove up. 3 men alighted from the vehicle and opened fire on Wallace, report said. A woman who was also shot and escaped without injury. The Independent Commission of Investigations and the JCF's Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau are probing the matter. Attorney says man lost teeth in reported family brawl with cops. A 22-year-old farmer who reportedly injured a police officer's hand during a fight in downtown Montego Bay, St. James, was offered bail on Friday. Brian Clark, who is of Sunderland address, is charged with assault occasionally grievous bodily harm. While the date of the incident was not disclosed, the court was told that Clark and some of his family members got into a confrontation with police officers in Samtrop Square, Montego Bay. During an ensuing fight, one police officer's hand was broken. Clark and another relative, Johnny Johnson, were taken into custody and charged with unlawful wounding. However, the charge was later reduced to assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. During Friday's court proceedings, Clark's attorney, Helton McCurvey, told presiding judge Sashok Ashley that his client had received no medical attention for his injuries, even though the injured officer was attended to. "We do not suspect it. We know it, that he was kicked and beaten and several of his teeth are missing. What is strange is that the men were held in custody while the other officer received medical attention, and they said they are not talking to the police until they get medical attention," said McCurdy. The issue is that he, Clark, reportedly gave an incorrect surname, and so he was not eligible for station bail, but I will offer him bail as the attorney has made an application based on humanitarian grounds, Judge Ashley replied. Clark was subsequently offered bail in the sum of $200,000, with 2 sureties and instructed to report to police 3 times weekly. His next court appearance will be on July 27. The Great Reset, Johnson Smith argues new road traffic regulations will help reduce road carnage. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Kamina Johnson Smith, says the new road traffic regulations represent a reset in how the country treats disorder on the nation's street. She was opening the debate on the legislation, which is aimed at revamping the country's traffic laws.
The regulations before us are important. Bringing the new Road Traffic Act is important, and its enforcement will be important as well. So that the act can come into effect, and that a reset button can be pressed in respect of restoring discipline and order on our roads. Not only will lives be saved, Mr. President, but I believe strongly that we can cascade the effects of discipline on our roads into general law and order in our society. Mr. President, I just put in my phone in the Google window, car crashes in Jamaica. 2 rushed to hospital after dramatic crash on Constant Spring Road. Men killed in St. James, crash identified. Body of an American man cut in half in car crash. Father mourns death of 2 children, car crash, Mr. President. And I could go on. And I know we extend condolences to the father of the 2 children who died in the accident in Old Harbor just earlier this week. 11 people were involved in that accident, Mr. President. 2 cars, 4 of them were children. One of those youngsters who passed had just celebrated her 6th birthday, 2 days after her 6th birthday, and killed due to speeding. Mr. President, in addition to current speed limits, including those for toll roads, provision is now made for school safety zones. And I know this is something welcomed by parents. There will be school safety zones where the speed limit will be 30 kilometers per hour, as well as areas with a 65-kilometer speed limit. And implementation of these new speed limit provisions will be phased. Field work is underway, Mr. President, to identify, update, and finalize boundaries that are in the 12th schedule, and the 12th schedule will be expanded. But it does not require to come back to us here in the Senate, Mr. President, because it's one of those schedules that doesn't require affirmative resolution.
If in doubt, do not sign, St. Thomas Custos cautions JPs. Justices of the Peace JPs are again being cautioned against malpractices that will bring the noble office into disrepute and encouraged to seek out alternative measures when they become doubtful. The latest warning comes from St. Thomas Custos, Marcia Bennett, who argued that individual wrongdoing are often attributed to all justices, and the public now questions our integrity. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony for 40 new JPs at the Yes Baptist Church in the parish on Thursday, the Custos advised, if in doubt, use your tools such as the manual that you have been given and reach out to a senior justice of the peace. She called out those persons who appear to be treating the office like a business by setting up street-side operations. You can't go out sitting on a corner and just sign in and somebody drops something in your lap. That is not a person of integrity, Bennett argued. The Office of Justice of the Peace is voluntary and services should be at no cost to members of the public. An official seal is given to each commissioned JP to perform his or her duties. Said Custos Bennett, be careful how you sign and how you affix your signature and your seal to any document. You must know the person, and if in doubt, do not sign. Misconduct by a JP, once discovered, is brought before a disciplinary committee, where deliberations will be made. This can lead to recalling the seal or recommissioning of the JP. Jamaica currently has a network of more than 6,000 JPs, whose duties include promoting and protecting the rights of individuals and helping to give justice to people in particular communities. Renovation of Highgate Market to be done on phase basis. Renovation of the fire-damaged Highgate Market in St. Mary will be done on a phase basis, starting with a cleaning of the structure and the setting up of temporary facility to accommodate affected vendors. Addressing vendors and political representatives at the market on Thursday, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie said discussions are also taking place to assist the affected vendors. We are going to do much better in the reconstruction for the market, and once the cleaning is done, we will have a greater appreciation of how many of you can come in, the minister said. He also told the vendors that dialogue will take place with the Mayor of Port Mario, Councillor Richard Curry, Member of Parliament for St. Mary Central Dr. Maurice Guy, and the Council for the area to agree on the design for the new facility. Once we have agreement on the design, the market will be reconstructed, but it is going to take some time, Mackenzie shared. He pointed out that Social Development Commission (SDC) will be doing a survey on the use of the facility to determine the level of support to be provided. The minister said that once the market is cleaned of debris, the authorities will be in a better position to carry out the real assessment of what is required. A team from the St. Mary Municipal Corporation will decide on the number of persons to occupy the temporary market. Adolescent mother gets $80,000 to start business. Adolescent Mothers at Women's Centers of Jamaica Foundation, WCJF, are now being granted the opportunity to become entrepreneurs through a partnership program which will encourage financial stability for them and their babies. The WCJF initiative, called Moms and More Entrepreneurship Circle, was developed through an agreement with Business Workers Management Consultants and Global Entrepreneurship Network start to uphold the program, which operates in several countries. On Friday at a Business Works Pitch Fest 2020, a 16-year-old exceeded her 17-year-old peer after presenting her entrepreneurial idea and received $80,000 in business budget support, a business incorporation certificate fee, and 3 years business incubation support. Executive Director of WCJF Dr. Zoe Simpson told reporters that the program will help teen moms to take care of their babies and expand their horizons. This is something else that we have now introduced into the curriculum for girls at all levels, for them to recognize that they can empower themselves with entrepreneurial skills that will take them anywhere in the world, she said during the event held at the WCJF Kingston office. There are mothers, their lives have changed. Their education is very important, and they must go back to school to complete secondary education. In the meantime, while they are pursuing their education, we are equipping them with entrepreneurial skills which will help them to earn while they learn, she said. She said the program will be rolled out at all other WCJF facilities across the island. Organizer of Startup Hall Kingston, Andrea Livingston Prince, added, "Who says that we can't have a vision like everybody else? What makes us unworthy of second chances? Academically, they say investing in one woman means you're investing in a community. The impact is greater." Other partners for the program are University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, Development Bank of Jamaica, and Bob Marley Foundation. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.